Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
This is, episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your favorite sports analyst, Jamar McKill, my favorite co-host,
James Jurowitz.
And y'all getting served with J&J Sports episode 88. We got a very special guest, man. My man Robert. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man.
Good morning, everybody. Appreciate you all welcoming to the show. My name is Robert Biggins. I'm active duty military in the Army. Been it for 17 years. Stationed out here in Houston, Texas. So I'm a good friend from church, Jamara, introduced me to the show. So gladly having and glad to be a part of the team.
Yeah, man. Thank you for just joining and taking your time out, man. We got some good topics to cover. James, you ready, man?
I'm ready.
This is our last episode of the year, you guys. Episode 88. So this one's gonna be a little different. First up, we got NFL football, man. So the talented Houston Texans receiver Dell has suffered from a major torn ACL injury this past week. I know you heard about that, man?
Yes, yeah.
What's your initial feeling when you first seen it and stuff like that?
I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. ACL tear, that just throws you out completely the game, and hopefully he'll recover. Within the good time. But yeah, that's when you lose a good football player on the team, that exactly
like deep in the season, like
prior good football player on the team, that
right in the middle of the
exactly
like deep in the season, like
prior to the playoff, not the playoffs. What is it? Super Bowl.
Right, exactly. James, how you feel about it, man?
Yeah, this was really rough, especially considering how severe the injury was.
Yeah,
right.
And my hope is that he's going to return to his former self, his former talent.
And just this for everybody who haven't seen it from the reaction. So let's see. See, it's kind of hard to see it right there. Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it pop out.
Yeah, that leg's not
right
supposed to be like that.
Oh, I see that.
He got hit by his own guy there too.
Ooh, it's like it broke forward and it's like just sticking out.
Yeah, it's like,
but he still holds onto the ball.
And it's like, I know he didn't feel that because the adrenaline high. He probably didn't feel that till later.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness, that's crazy, man. And it's like it's just him. Like ain't nobody. I thought that guy fell on the leg, him with the Chiefs player, but nah.
It's so hard to tell.
It's so hard to tell right there, yeah. But yeah, you guys, that was that was a crazy play. You know what I mean? Like woke everybody up. It was crazy. And just to get us more into it, man. How severe was this injury, Jan? I'm gonna start with you.
This was really bad, and especially considering the position he plays of wide receiver.
Yeah.
That I think he's definitely gonna hopefully come back from this, but it's gonna take a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, because it's not a regular injury, sprain. This is a whole ACL. We seen the bone pop out of the leg, the structure of the leg. So, I'm extremely worried. And it pained me to watch C.J. Stroud crying, and a lot of people was criticizing him for crying and stuff like that. But he is a big factor for the offense, for that offensive line. So, if we kind of get into his stats right now, Tank Dell, 51 receptions, 667 yards. He only had 3 touchdowns, and he was 87 ranking. Picture if this didn't happen. I mean, he could have easily got that 1,000 yards. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Really unfortunate, man. So, if we kind of get more into it, man, I'm going to start with you with this one. So, his knee is dislocated, and he has to undergo surgeries. After the game, C.J. Stroud was very emotional, as I said. His best to be, and he prayed for his friend. He's he comes off as a very religious person to me. And a lot of people had a lot of negative comments to say about him crying. I'm gonna start with you, man. How do you feel about him crying? And what would you say to the commenters of it?
Initially, that reminds me of the quarterback from the Gators. I'm born and raised from Florida. Florida. Who was the quarterback? Drawing a blank. From University of Florida, who was criticized for praying.
Tebow?
Yes.
Tebow?
Yeah,
okay.
Tebow.
Yeah.
So he reminds me of Tebow, Tim Tebow. I personally believe that shows a sign of strength.
Yeah.
We have to understand that as men, we're humans too.
Right.
We have emotion as well too. So, and with the fact that it shows that he has a good relation with Tank Dell, it's a dependable wide receiver. So, in order to make plays, that's one good person that is down from the team. So it's a devastating factor to see, because just seeing an injury like that to that capacity, that just hurts just even looking at it. So
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine having that injury firsthand, with my knee or whatever the case
Right.
is. So
Because it is different when you're in the position versus watching it.
you're right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I don't agree with a lot of the comments, because, like I said, that's a serious injury. I can
Right.
see if it was maybe a sprain or, he's coming back soon, but we don't know with this.
It seems like the critics are also kind of forgetting that this is also a job too. So
Right.
this is his coworker, but they're also really great friends.
Friends, exactly.
Exactly.
So this is like a coworker getting sick, and the company is not going to perform like it did before.
Right.
Right. He was the major factor of the offense, like I was saying, man. You could tell they were obviously close. I admire CJ Stroud for just praying over his teammate, and just ignoring all the naysayers and everything like that, speaking his truth and how he felt.
Right.
I mean, and they could have easily won that Kansas City game, but that played a big factor in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you guys, all the naysayers, we ain't worried about that, man. We praying over Tank Dell. We hope that everything works out for him.
Exactly.
And this for both of you guys, man. What can just be improved by the Houston Texans and the Cowboys? I'm gonna start with you with the Texans. What do you think needs improvement, just like their team?
The team. Prior to their team now, I was hoping that they would get far when they had J.J. Watts.
Right.
That was one of my favorite players at the time, and I believe still to this day they have they have all the ingredients that they need. They just need to work together. I think they have a good coach. It's just a matter of just consistent practice. Because in today's sports world of sports, I remember Michael Jordan. Everybody remember Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, he's a good basketball player, and all that. But at the same time, you have to depend upon your other players too. It's not a one-man show.
Right.
So the same thing with football. You can't have a star quarterback and crummy wide receivers and tight ends and all that. Everybody has to be on the same page. So whatever they lack, the bottom line is whatever they lack in, whatever their deficiencies and weaknesses are, that's what they need to improve in order to excel.
Yeah. James, what would you say? I'm gonna start with you with the Cowboys. What would you say for the Cowboys?
Staying healthy is the big thing for the Cowboys, because I think the first game they lost Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, both of their bookend edge rushers.
Right.
So they'd also need to shore up offensive line and defensive line and work on that.
Right.
So we need depth both like through the lines there. I
Just
think
a lot of young talent, new talent,
Right.
on the board for sure. In the defensive side, yeah. Because like I said, if they can lock in on their defense, they're pretty much set. Like the Saints, we have a pretty solid defense, but we can't overwork the defense. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a weird situation. So for me, I think for the Texans, I would say just more offense. For CJ Stroud to throw to. And it's a lot of pressure on him, you guys.
Right.
I can notice. We have to realize he's still a rookie player.
Exactly.
Second year, thankful that he's so successful. You know what I mean? Because a lot of quarterbacks can't just say that. This guy had 4,000 yards first, pro season. So, like ease off on him a little bit. You know what I mean? Let him get his stripes. Let him gather himself together. But he's gonna be okay though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. Tank Dell, man, we praying for you. We hope everything works out for you. And man, we're gonna keep y'all updated on the Texans. And then my Florida friend right here.
DJ Sports coming to y'all with more in 2024.